Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot, and today I'll be doing a book review of Killing Floor, the first book of the Jack Reacher series written by Lee Child. When Jack Reacher, an ex-military policeman and now a drifter, goes to a town in Georgia called Margrave to investigate a mysterious death of a musician, Blind Blake, he was arrested for a murder that he didn't commit. But after his name was cleared, he discovered that the victim of the murder was someone that he knew who was investigating a huge conspiracy. So now, wanting to find the people responsible and to finish what the victim has started, Jack Reacher, with the help of the captain and chief of detectives Finley and Officer Roscoe, form an investigation to put a stop to the conspiracy going on in the town of Margrave. My first introduction to Jack Reacher was the movie Jack Reacher that came out in 2012, and I don't know how I didn't know about this for so long, but I had no idea that Jack Reacher was a book series until I saw the Reacher show that came out this year in 2022, and I wish I would have known about the book sooner, but hey, a better late than never, I guess. So, with The Killing Floor being the first book of the series and the first introduction of the main character, Jack Reacher, I thought this was really good. Jack Reacher, I think, is an awesome character. He's like a combination of Sherlock Holmes and Rambo. He's shown to be an introvert, a loner, carefree, honorable, mysterious, self confident, and arrogant. And although Reacher is ruthless, he's also shown to be compassionate. He's a complicated character for what it seems. The story is written in a first person narration. There are some pretty good characters, mainly Captain and Chief of Detectives Finley and Officer Roscoe, who also becomes Reacher's love interest. I like the chemistry and the teamwork between the three. I thought they were a pretty cool trio. With Finley's introduction, you can tell that he's a cautious man, and at first, even though he was just doing his job, I couldn't help but be a little annoyed at his character, thinking that Reacher was a suspect because, as the reader, he's clearly innocent. But then again, maybe that's the point, and again, it's understandable in his point of view, especially when you learn more details about the murder and other things adding to the situation that I can't go into without spoiling too much for anybody that hasn't read it. Still, I will say that it's pretty much a bad case of bad luck, a coincidence, and just being at the wrong place at the wrong time. But the more you do spend time learning about Finley and his character, the more I like him in the end, and also feeling bad for the guy. I like the relationship and the banter between Reacher and Finley. While Finley is the good, honest cop that wants to do the right thing and goes by the law, Reacher is someone that also wants to do the right thing but doesn't really care that much about the law. He's more of a vigilante that likes to give his own brand of justice. While Finley is the one that is suspicious of Reacher at first, Roscoe is the one that is showing more sympathy towards him as she believes that he's innocent. Roscoe, I thought, was a cool character. She's kind, a sympathetic person, and a good and honest cop. I like the relationship between her and Reacher. When they first met, they hit it off pretty quick, but as the story progresses and you see them spending more time together and getting to know each other, these two do start to care for each other and have what I thought was a genuine connection. I thought they had some pretty good chemistry. The villain in this I thought was good. The villain in this, Mr. Kleiner, is a guy who is the head of the Kleiner family and the benefactor of the Kleiner Foundation. This book does a good job showing how powerful, crazy, and just how dangerous he is. The story gets kind of crazy as it progresses, because when Reacher, Roscoe, and Finley learn about all the people Kleiner bought out and the connections that he has with his money and his industry, it gets to the point where it's like, who and where can they go to, and who can they trust? Lee Child, I thought, did an excellent job of keeping the reader on edge, as it's a complicated story with its twists and turns, and there are some slow parts here or there, but overall, I was never really bored. It's like the whole time I was reading, I was thinking, "What now?" or "Where's this going?" It's like you can't wait to see what happens next and how the story will end. Overall, I recommend checking this out. It's a great and well-written thriller book with good characters, action, suspense, and a good mystery. I thought this was a really good first book and introduction to the series, and for that, I give Killing Floor a 5 out of 5. And that is my review of Killing Floor. There will be a spoiler review coming out soon where I'll give more details about my thoughts on the book. And that's pretty much it. This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot. More content will be coming out soon. And until then, take care, everyone.